All right. So how you can manage your time better. Okay, let's raise by hands that sometimes we get overwhelmed with time. By raise of hands. Sometimes we have so much things, like if this is you, if you feel like you don't have enough time and you have the I don't have enough time syndrome, you suffered from this syndrome in the past, show me a show of hands. I want to know. Corey definitely has, I know for a fact. Brian definitely does. So I definitely have. So I used to suffer from this syndrome, and this syndrome could be solved with something that I didn't create, but something that I've been taught to manage my time and get done, so much done with less of time. So it's going to be this, but I'm going to show you a little bit of how you should plan your day to be more strategic. Okay, guys, are y'all ready for some fire today? You ready? You ready?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. All right. Corey's ready. Brian's ready. So that being said, eliminate, automate, or delegate. Delegate. So those are the three things in order to manage your time even better. Remember these words: eliminate, automate, delegate. Okay? Eliminate, automate, delegate. So we're going to get back to that, and I'm going to explain how you're going to implement those things right now. But I want to make sure that you guys understand that I first want to go into the mindset of you managing your time better. Because if you say you do not have enough time, and you say this often, and the reason why people fall into this syndrome is because their brain is convinced that they really do not have time. They're that convinced. They're that convinced. They're that convinced. There is literally 24 hours in a day, 365 days in a year, 7 days in a week, 3,060 minutes per day. Everyone has the same time. Everyone here. Everyone. How does the athlete Corey's trying to calculate me. I didn't probably
Did you see me doing it?
I probably didn't get that exact number. Don't quote on me. Math teacher. So I know it's around there though. So that being said, I want to just be clear, guys, that if you say that you do not have time and if you say that so much, your brain is going to be convinced. Your brain is going to be convinced. So I want you to shift your brain. Like, for example, some people say, I do not have time to sleep, Mario. I don't have enough time to sleep. You do not have enough time not to sleep. You do not have enough time not to work out. You don't have enough time not to be better for you and your time, okay? So I just want to put that out there first, let you understand that before we really dive into this strategic and tactical things that we're about to dive into this time management, okay? Y'all feel that, though? Y'all feel that?
Yeah.
You see, like, a lot of people are just saying that they don't have enough time. We all have the same time here, right? It just matters how you use time, okay? So now since we got that out the way, we're bringing out the fuego right now. We're bringing out the fuego. Okay, so we're going to talk about a high-performing schedule. What is a high performer? A high performer who is someone who can succeed over time. Someone, you know this, Corey, because he's reading High Performance Habits right now. And Brian, I suggest you read the High Performance Habits so you can be a high performer. These habits changed my life. These habits I give to the people in the higher program like Corey. These habits this is like the next level right here because you start performing at a higher level, focusing on simple yet complex habits. So there's 3 types of planning out there. There's deep work, group, and maintenance. Deep work, group, and maintenance. Okay? This is how you perform like a high performer where you're able to get more done with less time. So deep work is work that you do individually, undistracted. You are literally isolated from the world. Here's the world. Here's you. You're blocked from that. You are literally no social media, no notifications, no more things robbing your mental reserves because people don't understand that when you are in constant on your phone and you wake up to your phone and you look at your notifications, it is controlling your time. It is controlling your time. Every time you get a notification, what's the first thing you want to do? Who wants to know me? Huh? Who likes me? Who likes me? Who likes my post? Huh?
I can't help it that I'm so popular.
Dude, I know. Me too. So it's like I get it. I understand, guys. It's awesome. We understand that we get dopamine spikes in our brain when we see our notifications, but these dopamine spikes can rob your mental reserves from taking your sharp concentration. And the reason why is because it's low stimuli. So things that are low stimuli, like your notifications, your phones, looking at things that are distracting you, are literally making your attention span go like this. Okay? Go like this. Everyone go like this.
Booty muscles. Booty muscles.
Okay? So now what we want to do, Brian, is exactly that. We want our attention span to grab a nice big booty like this. This is how we want the attention span, guys. We don't want it to go like this. We want it to go like this. Okay, like that. So that being said, just to give you a vivid picture, guys, listen, deep work is uninterrupted work. So let me explain like my schedule a little bit. Every morning, now, like I told Brian gets really weird when I don't hit him up in the morning. He's like, yo, Mari, where's my text, bro? Where's my text, man? Where's my morning text? I told you guys.
Me up, bro.
I told you guys 9 a.m. is I'm gonna hit you up now, because from 5 to 8, I am doing deep work. I am literally airplane mode, no notifications. I am so focused. That's deep work, okay? Everyone needs to have deep work. Maybe deep work means that you are working at your day job too, okay? That means too. But deep work is like when you're doing big projects. Deep work is when like you're focused on things that are your side hustle, or maybe things that you really do need to just be distracted to, okay? Like you really need to say peace to everyone for a little bit. All right, now the second one is maintenance. Maintenance is basically things that you need to maintain in order to perform the way you need to perform. This is going to the gym. This is eating well. This is making money. Like for me, maintenance is like hopping on these calls, going to work out. So learning is maintenance. Learning. This is maintenance work. It can also be deep work though. It can also be deep work, depending how you structure it. So this is where you like have meetings, when you have calls. Okay? This is maintenance. This should be a good little junction. This is where you really start socializing and probably be talking to a lot of people at this time. So the third one is group. Group is when you cut off. You have a cutoff time. You have to commit to this cutoff time. Cutoff time to no work. No more. You have to train your brain to shut off. How do you do this? By having a shutdown ritual. And I'm gonna show you mine in a little bit. Hold on. But let me tell you what group is. Group is when you spend time with your loved one. Group is when you hang out with your family. Group is when you walk, crash. Corey. Group is when you are doing things that are doing with your significant others, with your love, with your family, with your friends. This is group. Notice how it's dissected in 3 different parts, right? This is strategically placed because you need to have these 3 things in place. You will not be a high performer if you're not a high performer in all areas of your life. That means relationships. That means friends. That means finances. That means fun. That means adventure, spiritually, learning. All these areas, really comprehensive in 3 simple planning. 3 simple planning. Okay. And the end of this, I'm gonna show you guys how to plan this, how to really start like really placing these things in the action steps to do this. Okay. So I want to know, is this some value to you guys? Is this, I want to know, is this giving you some value right now?
Oh yeah.
Is this opening your mind a little bit? Yeah.
Oh yeah.
You feel that? What about you, Corey?
Oh yeah. Every single day in my planner, I always write, what's the thing that's going to stress you out today? And do you know what I always write?
What?
Time.
I'm so happy that
I always write time as my stressor, and it's like, how are you going to manage your stress? And I write management. That's how I'm going to deal with my stress, because time always stresses me out.
I love it. This is going to bring you mad value then, Corey. Right. This is because at the end of this, I'm going to show you how to implement this. Okay, guys. So I'm happy this is bringing you guys value. I'm happy I'm recording this because I know these members are going to see this. They're going to be like, oh my God, I can use my time more effectively. Yes, you can. Yeah. So that being said, guys, now you know the 3 planning for a high performer. Now we're done with that, okay? Now let's talk about the steps to get you to that type of planning. So the first thing that you want to do, the first thing that you want to do to make this the high performing schedule is book it. Book to manage your time. Book how you can plan these things. This should take about an hour to 2 hours, depending how crazy your schedule is. You have to book a time where you are undistracted and you are mapping out what does deep work look like, what does maintenance look like, and then what does group look like. So what you want to do is write your ideal schedule, like your ideal schedule, not no one else's, your ideal schedule, because you are in control of your time. Time doesn't control you. You are in control of your time. Time doesn't control you. The person who controls time and manages and understands how to really utilize all the minutes of the day is the person who plans. You heard the saying, guys, if you fail to plan, you plan to fail. If you fail to plan, you plan to fail. So what you do is you write your ideal schedule. I literally took 2 hours when I did this activity. I went on my schedule. I'm like, okay, what does the perfect deep work schedule look like? When do I want to take my calls? Okay, when do I want to hang out with my family, my friends usually at this time? So my cutoff time is at 7. I hop on calls from 12 to 6. That's my maintenance time. From 6 to 10, I'm doing deep work. In between those other times, I'm either meditating, doing self-care, like I'm doing videos. Like, so you guys got to make an ideal schedule. That's number one. Make your ideal schedule. Write it out how you want your ideal schedule. Number two, all the things that you have in your plate right now that feels like it's so fucking much, you got to look at it and you got to see, okay, what can I automate, delegate, or eliminate? What can I automate, delegate, or eliminate? You got to look at your schedule and look at the things, how you can do those 3 things. Because look, guys, automation, it just means that you can use certain tools online to make it automatic. Or, if you really do want to outsource things, you can hire someone for some certain things that you don't want to do. Like if that's something that you guys really invested into. But you got to really think about, how can I automate? There's a lot of tools out there that you can automate. A lot of tools. For example, like if I want to, like if someone's a big reader, how can you automate reading and instead of like doing it with a book and sending audiobooks? You automate it. It's automatic now, right? So you got to put it in perspective. Like, for example, how can I have people book without me finding my time? Oh, I send them a link to my booking. Automate. If you can. And now delegate. Now, some of you guys have partners. Some of you have friends. Some of you have friends, family. So that being said is you can have them delegate. Maybe you can do something for them so they can delegate something for you. Like, for example, when my mom used to live with me a while back, when I still lived with my mom, I told her, Mom, you cook my food, I'll work you out. I'll give you free coaching, Mom. So, but the thing is, it's true. Like, she cooked for me and I worked her out because I did have a lot of clients at the time and I was just doing a lot of in-person clients, I wasn't doing online. So I delegated my food, So you got to think, you got to really start branching out and start expanding your brain, because number 2 is important, because that's when you really start opening your time. Automate, delegate, or eliminate, and then eliminate the shit that you don't need. Like, look at your schedule and be honest with yourself. Do I really need to do this, or do I want to? Do I really need it that's going to get me to my goals, or do I just fucking want it? Or can I just do it on my downtime after I'm done with everything? There's so many things. If you look at the schedule, this is a 3-step process that's going to get you a high performance schedule. And if you do this, you will manage your time. It will not manage you. Okay. Number 3, final one. Be time freakish. Number 3, be time freakish. If it's not on my schedule, it is not real. I book everything on my schedule. Me and my girl told her, babe, if you want to get it tonight, you better book it. This is real. I'm not, bro. This is real. Like I'm serious. Like I send her a link. Okay, I don't send her the link, guys. I don't send her the link. I'm just kidding about that part. But I'm not kidding. Like, seriously. Like, I literally book everything on my schedule. If it's not on my schedule, be time freakish. Be okay. Be okay with telling your family and your friends, like, hey, like, listen, when you tell someone this, hey, my time is really valuable and important to me. So it's important that I make time for those who value my time too. Boom. Boom. That's how I tell everyone before I hop on another call for the program. I said, hey, I have people pay me $100 for that call, a 10-minute call now, and then they go to my 60-minute call. And I said, hey, the reason why I have that call, to have you put the deposit, because I know if you pay, you're going to show up. And my time is extremely valuable. So it's important that I only make time for those who are serious about making a change in their body and health. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Is that cool? Yeah. Boom. Okay. Boom. So when you tell someone that, they're like, damn, this guy has must have a lot of things to do. This guy values his time. Fuck yeah, I do. I only have about, Corey, did you calculate the days, the minute?
Not yet, but I could if you want me to.
Go ahead. I want to get the accurate.
Of how many minutes in a day?
How many minutes in a day, bro?
How many minutes are in a day? Oh, see, now you put me on the spot.
Math teacher, I thought you were.
Well,
all right, get back to me.
I got you.
All right, so I was just gonna say, guys, I was literally just gonna say though that that those minutes in the day is I'm determined on utilizing every minute of the day. You have to be clear. And listen, I understand. I'm gonna give a caveat here, okay? I understand that sometimes it's hard to say no. I understand that sometimes you really want to make time for those people and everything. And I understand that sometimes maybe like you not putting time for your family or friends or whatever, or your girl, whatever it is, you might feel like, oh, like I'm like it's fucked up or something. It's not fucked up because you are intentional. You are intentional about what you want and how you're going to utilize your time. Okay? Is everyone feeling me on that right there?
Yeah.
Who's feeling me up on that right there? If I was watching me, I would be feeling myself on that because I was literally like that. It's so true because it's like, it's so true. Time is valuable, guys. That is the most valuable thing we have right now. That is literally, it's more important than money. You know what the difference between someone who's rich and wealthy? You know the difference?
Oh.
The wealthy person has time. The wealthy person has more time than the rich person. I want to be wealthy. I don't want to be rich. I want to be wealthy. I want to have abundant of time. I want freedom. Who wants freedom? Who wants freedom here? All right. So in order to get freedom, you must manage your time. All right. Tell me that was a fire one today.
That was a good one.
That was a fire one today.
And it's 1,440.
How much?
1,440 minutes in a day.
Ooh, 1,440. I got like 1,360. I was a little bit. I was there. I was like, I tried to do the math real quick, and I was like, all right. So, anyways, guys, I want to know the biggest takeaway for you, Corey, and then Brian, and then we're gonna do the sign off. Go ahead, Corey.
Of course, I always talk about that time is the thing that stresses me out the most, and the best way for me to deal with that is to manage. I'm definitely one that time of being time freakish. I tell people all the time, I think I've even told this to you, Mario. I was like, if you don't send me an appointment, it doesn't exist, Mario. I was like, you have to send me an appointment. I tell that to my coworkers. I tell it to my friends. I was like, if it's not on my calendar and you don't send me an appointment, it doesn't exist and I will not show up. So I'm very time freakish in that way. I try to, write down stuff, but I really like how you went into each one of the planning pieces, especially deep work. Because I know deep work is one of my goals and priorities, but I never really thought about how do I show deep work more. So you really digging deep into that. I was like,
yeah, Corey,
okay,
I'm gonna send you the book Deep Work, and I'm gonna send you that book because that book has changed my life as far as doing my content and stuff. So if you need more help on that, I'll send you that book. Okay.
Sweet.
Yeah, dude. Awesome. And anything else though? I'm glad that you got value from that.
No, it's just like I know time is very important and things like that, and how do we work with our time and manage, and especially when it comes to like group time, like when do you just unplug yourself and do that? Because I know a lot of people are like, just leave your phone alone and focus on what's important at the time.
Yeah. So
I actually don't even sleep with my phone anymore.
That's awesome. You're so awesome, Corey. Fist pump.
You're awesome.
You're awesome, bro. Bam. All right, Brian, go ahead. Let me hear it, bro. What was the biggest takeaway?
I think the two biggest takeaways I for sure got were, without a doubt, the three things that make you a high performer.
Mm-hmm.
If you could send me those things, because I haven't read those things.
So personally, that was training I got from my coach.
Okay.
But Corey, I know Corey's writing notes. Corey, do you mind sending that? Did you?
Yeah,
Were you typing them? Because I thought it looked like you were typing.
were you talking about the 3 planning stuff or the
Yeah.
eliminate, automate, delegate? Which 3?
No, I think Brian was talking about deep work, group, and give.
Yeah.
I mean,
In maintenance?
yeah.
Yeah, I got that.
Okay, cool.
I can post that on Facebook.
Yeah, please post that so Brian can get that.
Please. Yeah. That and then being the freak with your time. Like basically just like if something's not scheduled, then like it does not exist.
Yeah, bro.
Like,
Yeah.
I think like managing your time like that is just like super effective, and like how you said, like you shouldn't feel bad about it because it's your time. Like your time is like the most valuable.
Mhm.
And, like
Yeah.
that's what I have right now. That's like
Yeah.
the
Exactly.
highest.
Dude,
So
say this line. I promise you will change. It was like say this line, whether you have a business or not. Like you say, hey, why do you always book something? Why do we need to hang out when you book? My time is very valuable, and if you value my time, then you would book something with me, right?
Yeah.
Especially in your work, Brian. Like if people want you to show up to a meeting, just tell them, can you please send me an appointment if you want me there? And
Yeah.
you get an
Yeah.
appointment.
Yeah.
Yeah, Google Calendar has a cool thing when you just put the email and you send the invite too. So it's like
It's amazing.
yeah, it's easy. It's super simple. So it's free. So other than that, guys, glad you got some value. Here's a power tip, bonus tip before we go because I really like this training. And I'm going to actually ask you guys this question before I give you this bonus tip. How many of you like me doing more of this like tactical strategy stuff like this? Like kind of more like high performing stuff? Like, do you like that
100%.
kind of stuff?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, cool. Because I got a lot of things coming up that I want to give you guys exclusive training for. I'm almost done with my membership site to give more freaking value. I put a lot of new material in there. So this is the type of education that you'll probably get in the higher level program. Just want to say like Corey and stuff. But this is the type of stuff that I want to be giving exclusively for people who show up on these calls and everything too. So another thing, bonus tip. If you want to stay motivated, always stay motivated, and it's always stay busy. Focus on the next thing. Focus on the next thing. Because you're constantly thinking of the next thing. You're not stuck on what happened in the past. You know what you need to fix, you go to the next thing. So that's why it's so important to be time freakish with your time, because if you book a lot of things and you're super, super busy most of the time, you're going to stay motivated. That's one way to stay more motivated. Okay? Just want to give you that tip, guys. Love you guys. Give me the sign off. Ready? Peace, love, gains, baby. Woo! All right. You guys have an amazing day, man. I appreciate you guys.
You have a better one.
Later one. Ooh, I like that.